Hello people. Happy Sunday. Good morning. I want to talk to us on another important and sensitive topic. Please, if you have not yet subscribed to my YouTube channel, Jerry King Entertainment, please kindly do. If you are not yet subscribed to my other platforms, Instagram Jerry King Comedian, Facebook Jerry King Official, and on TikTok Jerry King Comedian, please kindly subscribe and follow me. It's because of you people that I'm doing what I'm doing. It's because of you people that I'm motivated that every single day I have to make a video for my fans and for my well wishes. You made me, you're making me, and together we'll get there. Thank you for the milestones we've crossed so far. I really appreciate. Okay, let's dive into it. The topic for today is how to source for funds for your projects. How to source for funds for your project. Now you need to understand that money is a very sensitive issue, and no matter how much people have, they are not willing to waste their money on anything, and they are not willing to just give their money like that. They need to they want to make sure that what they are giving their money for is worth it. Whether somebody is a trillionaire, whether somebody is a billionaire, if you are asking for 100 francs, don't just think he will not value the 100 francs. He values each and every franc of his money. If he's giving it to you, he wants to know that it's worth it. Now, the first way to source for funds for your project, especially if you are doing the project for the first time, the first way is from family members and from friends. And please don't borrow, beg. Don't borrow, beg. You cannot be starting a project for the first time that you are not certain if it will be profitable or not, and you are going to borrow. Beg. And secondly, make sure you start the project as small as possible, because once it's big, it sounds unrealistic to people because you don't have the funds and you are doing it for the first time and you want somebody else to fund the project. So the person will say, like, this person is not serious. So, for instance, if you want to start a poultry farm, you can start with even 20 beds. It's okay. You must not go and rent a place. Maybe if you have any small location around, maybe your compound, you can just do something very small there. With time, you go you can even build a poultry house. But at that point, start with something small, because once it's small, it sounds realistic to people. And once it's small, the cost will not be much, and people will be willing to spare that amount. And secondly, you need to know the type of people to beg from when you want to start your project. I say when you're starting your project, at the initial stage, beg. Secondly, the amount of money that you're begging should be small, and your project too should be small. Now, who are the type of people to beg from? Your family members, your friends, especially if you have friends that live abroad. Most of them have seen a lot of things, and most of them love growth. Explain your project to them. Oh man, please, I want to start a poultry farm. I've struggled for concours and struggled at things. I haven't succeeded, and I have this interest in poultry farming. Please, I want to start poultry farm with about 30 birds. Each bird is 1,000. Please, can you please help me with 50k? The reason why I'm asking 50k is because when I buy the birds, I'm supposed to buy feed to feed them. Normally feed is expensive. I will buy corn myself, and I'll buy the other products I mix with it. I go and grind it. It will be less expensive, and I'll begin to use it like that. For the meantime, my father has a spare kitchen that I can be raising the poultry farm with. It sounds realistic. And if you ask 10 people, I bet you one will give you. You can ask the 50,000 from 5 people. All the five, each person gives you maybe 10,000. You will still make 50,000. You start. Second thing that you need to take into consideration, the mindset of the person you are asking the money from. There are people who believe that anything you want to do, it should come from you and you should save. So those type of people, if you want to start a project like that and you go and ask them to borrow you money, they will see you as being unserious, because to them you were supposed to save the money, then you use the money now to do your project. Now, because the person will ask himself, okay, me, I wanted to buy my car, I saved my money before I bought my car. I wanted to build my house, I saved my money before I built my house. So why should you want to start a poultry farm and you're coming to beg me for money? You were supposed to have saved the money. Now, those type of people is just their thought pattern. It's not as if they are wicked. Now, when you want to when you want to beg for money for a project, beg from people who are entrepreneurial oriented. You know, so you see somebody who's a businessman. That is somebody you can go and beg money from because he understands life better and he understands growth better. Or maybe you have friends that are abroad because they understand life better. They have taken a certain degree of risks. So they see life in a different light and they can easily assist you. Secondly, your friends abroad, the currency, maybe dollar, euro is high. So somebody who's paying you 50,000 will not weigh too much on him like somebody in Cameroon giving you 50,000. That is the first. Now, the second way to source of honor is for small meeting groups and small jangi groups. Why? Because they don't ask for collateral. They just need somebody who is a member of that meeting to be what they call shorty. Somebody will say, okay, in case this person does not pay this money, I will pay the money. So, and if you have somebody that, I mean, you are close friends, the person can easily take up the risk to say, okay, please borrow Jerry 50,000. If Jerry does not pay, I will pay. So that's the second way to source some money. Um, through your meeting groups or what they call, through your meeting groups or Jangi groups. No, through your meeting groups. Now, the third way is to source some money now is through microfinance, because with microfinance too their level of collateral are not that high, so they are not that complicated. You can easily provide it. And now the last way to source some money now, no, the other way to source some money now is from banks. But now with banks you need to be credible enough. You need to have a good reputation. Your project need to be visible. Your project need to be promising. And above all, you must show a history of what you've been doing so far. Because I will not say I want to come and borrow money for poultry farming that I've never done poultry farming. Because as a banker, you are giving the reason why you are giving money is because the project will generate the money for you the project will generate the loan that the customer is taking. So now if you are not convinced that the project that the person wants to take the loan for will generate income to repay the loan, then you will not give it. Because banks don't give loan because of collateral. They give loan because they are convinced that the project will generate the money. So once they are not convinced that the project will generate the money, they will not give you. So before you go to the bank, you need to understand that you need a lot of evidence. First, what have you been doing so far? You cannot go to the bank when you want to just start a project. No, they won't give you. But if maybe you have started it for a certain number of years, now they have seen the progress. They know that if you borrow this money now, it will, like make the project to be huge, make the poultry farm to be great, and you will generate more profit, more revenue. They will be willing to give you. So the bank should be the last stage you are going to source some money. Apart from that, you need to go online. There are some NGOs that support some certain type of project. You just need to go online. You go and look just type your project and you see if there is a particular NGO that is interested in that line of activity that funds those type of projects. And above all, you need to be honest. You need to be extremely honest to yourself, and you need to be extremely honest to those around you. Don't take somebody's money that, okay, maybe you want to do a poultry farm. After about 2 months or 3 months, they ask you, how about the poultry farm? You say, no, I did not finally do the poultry farm again. I had a small illness. I just spent the money on it. They will never give you again. When you take somebody's money and you tell the person the reason for which you are taking the money, make sure you use the money for that purpose so that the person will be convinced enough to give you the money the next time. It's better that you use the money for that purpose and you don't succeed. If I should say, okay, please help me with 30,000 to do poultry farming, I take the 30,000, I do the poultry farming, and I fail, you will still be convinced to give me the money the next time because at least I attempted. So please, you need to learn to be honest. You need to learn to be sincere, and you have to keep a track record. Thank you, and God bless you.